have a go at going live together on YouTube. So I want to just introduce Phyllis to you. So I've got Phyllis. How do you pronounce your surname, Phyllis?
So it's just Care. Like
Care,
think
okay.
Care Bear or Care Package or whatever you want to think of. Just Care.
Okay, cool. So why don't you just introduce yourself to, obviously this is live on my channel. So why don't you introduce yourself to people on my channel and then we can go into the conversation.
Sure. So I've been online marketing forever. Back in the day, I wrote Facebook Marketing All-in-One for Dummies with Amy Porterfield and Andrea Vall. And then I also wrote Social Media Marketing E-Learning Kit for Dummies. And then I built a school with Andrea, and we taught people to be social media managers. And then I gave that school to Agora Pulse, and they turned that into the education component of Social Media Pulse community. And so it lives on inside of that community. And I still have clients. I still use all the social sites. I still do all the things. And I love YouTube. I love YouTube. I love Twitter. I like all of them except for Facebook, but don't tell Facebook. Because I wrote the books on Facebook. So
I won't tell them. That's so cool. So I actually just had a quick look at my YouTube channel on the desktop to see what it looks like, and we are actually horizontal. So although we're in a portrait stacked above each other on the mobile, we're actually showing up next to each other on the desktop, which is great. What do you think to that? Can you see it as well?
how things look and test how things work all the time. I'm a big believer. Now, in my view of YouTube on desktop, on my big monitor, we are side by side, and it looks pretty good. The quality is a little fuzzy from what I'm seeing, but it looks great. So I'm super happy with how that looks.
Yeah, me too. It's a little bit fuzzy for me as well, but I think that may be just because we're using our own bandwidth as well. I don't know whether you're on your mobile data or you're on your Wi-Fi on your phone. I'm not sure. So that's probably why, you know, that's why it's looking the way it's looking, I suppose. So
Yes.
So that's interesting to see, which is awesome.
Yes, it looks great.
Okay, so we're going to open up the floor to anyone that's watching us. Do let us know that you've joined in. And, you know, if you have any questions about using YouTube and any of the features that we're going to just discuss in a moment, then, you know, drop your question into the comments. We can pull that up onto the screen, hopefully, and we can, you know, answer your question as well. One of the things that Phyllis and I both do is we're on YouTube, and we're using YouTube to grow our businesses, and using the new features are something that a lot of people sometimes get afraid of doing, because of course it's that unknown. It's like, oh my goodness, I've got to press that button again. What am I going to do? You know, how is that going to help me with my, you know, what happens if it goes wrong? You know, so Phyllis, you've got a few YouTube channels, haven't you? Because I noticed, obviously, you've got the social media one that you interviewed me on recently, and then you've got your own one, which I looked at the other day. So tell me what inspired you to do those.
Well, the one that we did the interview on is owned by Social Media Pulse. And I did that interview through their system, their YouTube channel. That YouTube channel back in the day used to be Social Media Manager School YouTube channel. So we've rebranded it and repurposed it, and it's functioning as that. And I don't own that channel. I just occasionally do things with them there. My channel I've had since, I got 2009, I think. And through those years, I posted all sorts of time management is a big part of my life. And so I did a whole bunch of time management, Google Calendar training videos. Some of them have over 100,000 views. And so through time, that's what I did on my channel. And then just recently, I have fallen in love with background music, so that I put on while I work. So I'm pivoting my channel, my personal channel, to be more of this productivity music background channel. And so I have 5 or 6 videos up now, and I have 5 or 6 in the works right now. And I just love doing that. And so it's allowed me to test out a few new things, and I'll be testing some other things going forward with it, features that YouTube has that I haven't used before. So I'm excited about. I love YouTube. So I like anything that they do. I think they're very respectful of the creators here, and I think just the fact that they're monetizing shorts coming up in February. Now, my clients also have YouTube channels, and we're really big on using those YouTube channels for them. And some of them have grown tremendously in the past 2 or 3 years, and most recently because of shorts. Shorts has increased their numbers of subscribers. It's just like a straight up hockey stick kind of thing. So
Wow.
it's very cool. So that's a lot, but that's kind of how I view YouTube.
Yeah, and I think that's it's true. Like the way YouTube for me is a platform where they actually celebrate their creators, and they actively encourage you to to share your content onto other platforms, because they know that that's going to drive people back to their platform. And I do, like you, sometimes feel that some of the other platforms that are out there tend to penalize you if you put a link to somewhere
Yeah.
else on it. And I just think that actually YouTube is such a missed opportunity for so many business owners. And it's a bit similar to you, really. I'm based in the UK, which is completely different to you. You're in the US, but it's like there's not that many female UK YouTube teachers as such. People that can explain to people, actually this works. This is not just about putting a video up on the channel and then leaving it and hoping that people will see it. This is about creating a video and then using that video as that central piece of content, and then just like completely blitzing that information out to all the different platforms so that people can use it. So, and your channel's actually inspired me to do something on my channel actually on a Monday, because on Mondays I tend to have a complete admin day where I plan my week, I do my YouTube research for the subject that I'm going to record, and I sit here on my own in my office all the time. And I thought, why don't I just go live for an hour and tell people that I'm going to be here, and if they want to come and join me to do something work-wise, then just watch me, put it in the corner, and just actually work for that hour, and just let me know what you're working on and what you don't. Because when I watched your housework video with the music in the background, I thought, well, that's so cool. You can listen to it and you can really get going and work really productively. So it's a really good way of helping people to be more productive.
Thank you for the view, and like and subscribe. And
of course,
my 10-year-old grandson and my 11-year-old granddaughter, their goal in life is to be a YouTuber. And when I told them that I was a YouTuber, it kind of blew their minds a little bit. But the interesting thing about going live and being available for people is, back in the day, one of the first channels I ever watched on YouTube was exactly that, is a computer coder guy. Maybe you know the name Chris Perillo, he's still around, used to set up his cameras and just work. And then every few minutes he would turn to the camera and talk about things, and talk about stuff and all of that. And that was like one of the first channels I watched back like in 2009, 2010. I'd have to go back and take a look at that.
Wow.
But that format of going live and being available, so many people have found success with that. I mean, Pro Blogger down in Australia used to do that, and he would put on lo-fi music as he worked, and then you could just have that up on your screen and work along with him. And then every half an hour or so, he would do the same thing. He would just answer questions, and there would be people right there with really cool questions, and he did that a lot. So it's a good format, and it might take a while to get an audience, but it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I think so. And I think because what I like, my Mondays are usually doing the things that I teach people to do themselves anyway. So if I'm doing a thumbnail for my YouTube video and I'm saying I'm in Canva and someone else is working in Canva, then they can ask me a question and I go, oh yeah, cool, you just do this and do that, so it's really good. So what other features are you using on YouTube to help you like promote that? Say, like if you chose one video, what features are you using? Have you used the clips option, or have you used the option on the mobile to create a short from your long form video? Have you used
Yes,
any of them?
all of that, but honestly, the best one is using the community tab. So a lot of people don't realize that they have access to the community tab, and you just need to think of that as a social feed, just like it would
Mm.
be on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or anywhere, or even Instagram. And so whenever I put in a new video, or I'm thinking about a new video, or I put everything on a playlist, whatever it is, I make a community post about it, and you're able to put the video or the playlist or the link or whatever you want in a community post. And then also you can share other people's videos in your community tab. And so I like to do that for other creators to give them just, a tiny little bit more, a
Yeah.
little bit more reach. So the community tab, I think, is underutilized, and I think is a great feature. And I think everyone has access to it now.
Yeah, I think they do now, don't they? Because I think it used
Yeah,
to be 500 subs, didn't
yeah,
it? And now I
yeah,
think it's open to everyone. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with you. I like the way that it almost feels like what you put on, say, Facebook or Instagram could go into that community tab, because
yeah,
an engagement area, and the polls are really good. Whenever I've done a poll,
yeah,
people
yeah,
tend to click it, and I think it takes up quite a lot of space on the mobile as well. When people are scrolling, it
yeah.
actually like takes up quite a lot of the space, which is quite cool. So it gives you a lot more,
Yes,
you know.
and an interesting thing about the community space on mobile is I can't tell you how many times I missed somebody's video that I'm subscribed to, but I find out about it in that community feed. So
Mm,
I think it's really important that you might, put up a new video and think that's the only way your people are going to know, but maybe they completely missed it. And so putting it in the community feed is another way to get it in front of your community and your awesome, audience like that, right? So the other thing that I think is really important as a feature of YouTube is the ability to have memberships. And I do
mm,
have a client that has utilized memberships, and a lot of people don't understand how that works. But you can post a video on YouTube and uh, only have the audience be the people who have signed up for your membership. So it's like a private, it's like a Patreon kind of a thing where you
yeah,
can
that's right.
have do a video. You can also go live just to your membership community. You can post a community tab post just to your paid community. So it's a built-in membership program that, again, I think is underutilized by a lot of people. I think it's great, and you can it's fairly adjustable. I mean, you can charge anywhere from $4.99 to 99.99 or something, to be a member of that community. So a lot of the people who have coaching programs, or they have uh, training programs, they're starting to use that more and more. I think it's an underutilized feature. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's quite good because, like you say, I think I've looked at it. I think I've looked at it, and I'm not sure whether I've switched that on yet, because I have a community outside of, like, behind another paywall as such. But
Mhm.
I noticed that there's different levels that you can do and things like that. So I definitely think that's something, like you say, especially. Do you know if you need to have a certain level of subscribers to have that?
I'm not sure. The client that I use is on has a huge community, like,
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
community, and
Yeah, so
tons of
I
work.
think it's really good because, like you say, the posts can be private, your videos can be private, and and those sorts of things. I think what I like about YouTube is the option now to create a short video from a long video. So, for example, this video we're trying out today is, us practicing with this go live together, which is a brand new feature for YouTube,
Yeah.
and you can create a little short of it on your mobile phone,
Mhm.
and when they share it into the shorts feed, there's a little link that says created on. And when you click it, it goes straight to the long form video. So it's like
Yes.
an amazing tool that YouTube have given
Yes.
you that
Yes.
is really underused and hardly, I mean, it's quite a new feature, but I
Yes.
think it's quite cool because you can then access the video on the desktop, download it, and share it wherever you want to. So I think that's
Yeah.
quite a unique.
And
Um,
and the last time I checked doing that, we're talking about clips here. is that you can make a clip and it goes into a library of clips so that you can see all of the things that you've clipped, and then go and share them that way. So
Yeah.
I think that was cool.
Yeah. So the YouTube have introduced this other way as well now. So you've got your clips, and you can also on the mobile. Only the creator can do it on their own channel.
Yeah, the short
They can
clips,
actually create the short, which is know. So it's almost like reminding those that we're helping on YouTube to like sit in the center, because then if you think about the long term, when you're clipping it on your mobile, you're right in the middle, so you're just going to get like what we're doing now, this like really good central position, which is really, really cool. So
yes, don't lean off to the side. Yes, absolutely.
No.
Or with two people, I have a client, and a lot of times there are two people on the screen. And it's true that when we use that feature, we have a person who does all the videos and stuff. He has to move to this side and then move to this side and then move to this side because they're not close enough to be inside of this frame. So so there's lots of opportunities with clipping and with shorts and things like that are new enough that a lot of social media managers haven't figured out how to use them for their clients yet. So there's still a lot to learn.
Yeah, there is. And I think YouTube is like such an untapped market space for entrepreneurs as well to like, because I know you help social media managers to run campaigns for their clients and things, whereas I empower individuals to sort of like run their own campaigns and things. And I think it's trying to help the client realize that YouTube is not that big scary monster that is untouchable, because I think a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs, they think because YouTube always comes across as being so polished and like everything has to be perfect and everything has to be edited, that I can't go there. But actually it isn't like that at all. Everybody starts on 0 subscribers and 0 views, and you just learn and evolve as you go along, don't you?
Well, I just did a review of all my videos on my YouTube channel since 2009, and many of them are like, oh my gosh, and I did archive close to 100 videos. So, and because I'm trying to tighten up the whole vibe of the channel and everything, but it's true. But it's like with anything, the more you do it, the more you're comfortable with doing it. And so doing it a lot, the quicker that process will go. I want to talk a little bit about e-commerce on YouTube because I have a client now. Here's the deal. You never know how things are going to go. So I have a YouTube channel and I also have a Shopify store. And so it was like butter getting my Shopify store to hook up to my YouTube channel. It just clickety click, just like the instructions script. I have a client that we did that and nothing worked. Would not sync. It would not. And I'm like pulling my hair out. It's like we didn't do anything different. Everything's set up exactly the same. And we are having such trouble with it. And because a lot of people don't know that if you're doing a live, you can highlight some of your products, physical products that you have in the live, and they'll show up at the bottom of your feed, just like a shopping network video. And people can go straight to purchase from there, as you mentioned it. Just like Amazon Live, you can set up those things. Well, you can do that on YouTube too, if you can get YouTube and Google to talk to each other properly. So it's worth the try if somebody has a Shopify store. It also works with a Spreadshirt account and I think Spring. So there's like several e-commerce platforms that will integrate. But anyway, I just think that it's funny how sometimes things work beautifully and then sometimes it's going to take some time to work out.
Yeah, and I think that's what sometimes puts people off, because if they were trying to do that themselves, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm doing it now."
Yes, yes, I've given up several times on this one client. Every week, I go back in and go, maybe this week it'll be different. So
yeah. So yeah, I agree. I think it's a unique sort of feature, and I think the YouTube handle now that we've got, so our channel name as such is our handle, and I presume that that's why YouTube has done what we're doing today, experiencing this go live together today, because you can now tag each other in the videos. What would be really good is if they allowed this video to show up on your channel at the same time. That would make it like super extra special, because
Are they not doing that?
I don't think, unless you go to your channel and it is, but
I'll go check real quick. Doesn't look like it. Well, hang on a second. No, it's not. But that would be nice if it did. Is that something Instagram has set up? One platform has that set up, I know. But yeah, that would be a nice next step.
I know Restream allows you to do that with a live stream when you're using a third party. So their tool allows you to multi-stream on your guests' platform as well. So you know, that's a way of collaborating like that. But maybe after the live, if I tag you into the description, maybe it might then allow you to pop it up. I'm not sure, so we'll have to see, because I couldn't add you when I was setting it up. It wouldn't let me add the guest's username. It only allowed me to copy the link that I was sending you. So it allowed me to give you the link, but it didn't say to me, give me the YouTuber's handle so that I can put the video onto their platform as well. It wouldn't let me do that. So
it's very interesting. So, but you know, I can put it on a playlist on my site anywhere I want for that. So I have access to that. And I think I have a playlist. I have to go, you know, I've done this for so long, I forget what I have. I think I have a playlist of all the interviews I've done through time. And if I have, then I just add it to that, and then it's good.
Yeah, and I think that's the power of playlists, because a lot of creators don't use that option of actually putting their videos together into that you know, that usable, viewable content that keeps people on their platform. They forget to do like the end cards, and they forget to direct people to places and things like that. So I think that's a great way of you cross promoting as well, because like when I do this, I'll be tagging you in, and then people will be able to see you know, that we've done the interview together and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah. So two points on that. When I archived those 100 videos on my channel, I also went through all the other videos and I reviewed what I had set up as end cards and end credits and cards. And I ended up deleting like 90% of them because I'm rethinking where I want any of that YouTube traffic to go. And because I wasn't really prepared to do that, I just went ahead and just deleted all of them. And I'm like, it's okay. This is totally okay to do. And then so another phase would be, once I have it figured out where I want to move traffic, I would go back in and add all those things back in again, which is super easy to do. Once you have you know, that feature turned on for your channel, there are some hoops to be able to jump through, getting external links and all of that kind of thing. But also the power of the playlist. This is so important because, you know, if you just watch a video and it's just sitting by itself, then YouTube is going to recommend things that it feels like you would most like to watch next. Whereas if you know, give them the playlist link, your video is next, and your video is next, and your video is next. And it's just a much better way to present it, because also on that playlist page, you have room for a description for the playlist, and you have a space for a thumbnail for the playlist, and you have a dedicated URL. And that is really the most effective way of sharing any type of video, is using that playlist link. So I agree.
Yeah,
we love YouTube, don't we?
We do. We love YouTube. I'm just you know, I've set myself a goal in 2023 to try and hit that 10,000 subscriber, because I want to get that silver button from YouTube. And it's like, that's not the only, you know, the thing is, that's like a vanity thing for me to get that. But actually what I also want to do with my YouTube in 2023 is turn it into a business generating machine, a revenue generating machine. And that's not relying on YouTube's partner program, but actually, like you said, driving people to where I want them to go after they've watched one of my videos, or how they discover my videos. And, you know, and I think sometimes people, they don't see that side of the coin in a way. They look at YouTube and go, okay, I've got to get 5,000 subscribers, or I've got to get 4,000 watch hours, and then I'll get a stream of money from YouTube. But actually, you can generate income from YouTube with only a few hundred subscribers if you have all of your, you know, you have your funnel set up properly, and you get your everything cohesive, and your goals are really, like, you know, like you said, you're removing some of the videos off your channel because you're making your channel really do a certain thing for you. And I think, like, I had a client this morning, I was saying, you know, you've got to think slightly outside the box with it, because she teaches a language, and I was like, all those books you use for your language teaching, you've got affiliate links for it, but you don't put them onto your YouTube videos underneath for people to go and get the books from. And I said, even like, hold the book up in front of you so that they can see it, because then tag the creator of the book, tag them in the video so they know that you're talking about their books, and then they might give you the books for free to actually do the promoting. So you know, there's all those sorts of things, isn't there, that you can use.
Yes, and from 2016 to almost 2020, that was how I ran my business on YouTube. It was very strategic. It was everything I had up there led to a product or a service or something. We did so many webinars and training programs. I mean, that was the way I ran my business. So it's a beautiful model, and it still works today. People just need to set it up and make it work. So I'm changing my business model, and we'll see how that goes. But I want to tell everybody a quick story.
Yeah.
One of my clients and I, we started our YouTube channel in the same year. And there's only one difference between how we used YouTube in all this time, and that he put up 2 videos a week consistently for 10 years, and consistently, and I didn't at all. It was random. It was whenever, you know, it was when something was launching, you know, it was not consistent. He has close to 200,000 subscribers, and I have not even 3,000 subscribers. So he makes an income with the partner program on YouTube, and it's ridiculous how little I make. So that consistency, if you're going to do YouTube, if I could go back and change anything in my business, like anything, that's what I would have changed. I would absolutely been consistent in my uploading through those 10 years. I would be in a completely different space right now with all of it. So just a little tip there for those of you just starting out, just be consistent and have a long view.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think I think it was I'm not 100% sure which YouTube creator told me this. I was watching one of his videos, but I can't remember if it's Think Media, but they was like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And it
Yes.
is that consistency of just showing up once a week with that piece of video content that you know is answering an issue that you know you can help your viewers solve. And also, you know, like, change up sometimes if you've done, say, like a certain amount of time on one particular topic that you teach, or you provide a service for, your product, tweak it a little bit and start talking about a different angle of it so that you attract a different audience to your channel, and things like that. And I think it is consistency. And I think with the introduction of shorts, it makes being consistent a lot easier, because
Yes.
shorts are, you know, up to 60 seconds, quick videos that you can put out there that will pull, I would say, a different audience to your channel. And then when they discover your channel, it's like, oh, let me have a look what else this person's got on their channel. You know, what else is interesting. So I think if creators are spending a lot of time, say, like on Instagram, and not getting a lot of return from it, or they're just dabbling on TikTok and still not seeing anything, come over to YouTube and dabble over here as well, consistently with your message, talking to your audience. And I think you know, there'll be a lot more people, and there's a lot of room on YouTube, isn't there? You know, it
Yes.
is a big platform, but if
Yes.
you know you know what your message is. If you share that, then you're going to reach the people that hear it, and that they're the people who are going to come. And of course, you've got Google helping you with indexing and the SEO and all that sort of stuff, which is great as well.
Yeah, so those of you who are on TikTok making shorts and getting millions of views, that's awesome. But just so you know that the amount of money that you can make potentially is better on YouTube starting in February. So
Yeah.
if you're a TikTok shorts creator, you need to like really get your YouTube act together so that those shorts are monetized in February, and the monetized math on that is like way better for YouTubers. So, and if you're on shorts on YouTube, you don't know where you are. You could be on Reels, you could be on TikTok, it doesn't matter. Shorts are shorts, and they work just exactly the same, and they waste just as much time.
Yeah.
I'll be going through YouTube shorts, and then it'll be like, oh my gosh, how much time? How much
1 hour.
time?
You're like, you just scroll.
Like, wow. Right? So if you're going to waste your time for an hour, do it on YouTube, because on YouTube, you will find incredible long form creators too by watching their shorts. And also, it's easier for a creator to direct traffic to something else that will make them money on YouTube than it is anywhere else. So I'm real, I love
Yeah, I
YouTube.
know. I'm over on TikTok telling people to move over to YouTube at the moment. That's all I'm doing. It's like, if you're here, why are you here? You should be on YouTube doing these, because that's where the money is. Because
That's
it's
right.
true. If you're already in the partner program, then your shorts will be monetized from February.
Yes.
But if you're not in the creator program, then you need to have 1,000 subscribers, and it's 1 million views in 90 days from your short.
Yes.
So if, like you say, if you're on TikTok already getting that type of traffic, then spending a consistent, say, 4 weeks reposting your TikToks over to YouTube and just seeing how they work could, like you say, could make them a lot more money than they're getting on TikTok. Because like I agree with you, the revenue share in YouTube is far greater than any other platform. So and I think the longevity of the content on YouTube is far outweighs all the other platforms, because even like if you do an Instagram reel or you do a TikTok, it gets lost after, like you keep putting stuff up, it just gets lost. Whereas with YouTube, your shorts are on your channel. So when someone comes to your homepage, your shorts are there for them to see. They're right on the homepage of your channel. You don't have to go searching for the video that's like got the most views or whatever. You can just put your playlist in the correct order, and they can consume. And I think you can also like edit your shorts, can't you, on the desktop? So on the desktop, you can go in and add a thumbnail if you want to, with some directional prompts or that sort of like to help them click through, and then end screens you can put onto shorts if they're over 24 seconds. So they've got all these opportunities to just keep people on your channel, keep feeding them your content. And it's just a really exciting time, I think, for people stepping into the YouTube arena. And I think and it's open to everybody. It's not just people who are here already.
I think YouTube takes care of their creators better than any other social platform. Just straight up, I think they do. I think they listen. I think they react better. I think they plan to support creators, because they know creators make or break their platform. And so they honor that. Whereas I think a lot of other sites, they kind of use creators to keep the platform going, but they're not working in partnership with them in a nice way. So if you're a creator, I think being in the YouTube environment in the long run is a smoother, more supportive experience.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to give you a round of applause for that. I have a little sound machine.
Oh my gosh, I was going to ask you if you had a little road thing, but that's kind of
this is just a toy that one of my kids has like disbanded, and it's got 4, 8, 12, 16 different sounds that I often just like, there's money. So be on YouTube, you're going to be in the money. you know, all sorts of different things. I have it on my desk, and sometimes when I'm recording, I think, oh, just quick press one of those. So I don't have to buy an expensive like thing. I can just grab a toy. It's probably
that's
inside
awesome.
something else as well, but it is quite a cool little one. That
great.
And
well, I don't know if there are any questions, but you know, we'll be able to see comments after this is done, so we can both go in there and answer any questions that anybody has. And I do know that I put the link to this, or did I put the link to this? I don't remember how I did it, inside the social media Pulse community, and I'll make sure that they're aware of that and that we were talking about them in this interview.
Yeah, and what I've done as well is, because this was like the first time we've done this, I actually recorded the process that I went through to get us to this stage. So I will that video will be out next week, and I'll write a blog to it, and I'll add you to it, and I'll I'll send you the stuff, and if you want to put that in there as well, be really,
I would love to. Yes.
Yeah, we can share that together. So okay, so thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolutely amazing chat about what we both love doing, which is helping people show up on YouTube and build our businesses with it. And I think this feature is going to go a long way. I think it's a really cool feature. It would be great for interviews and for Q&As, that people could come up and ask a question, and you've got that real human sort of interaction with them and things like that. So I think it's got a long way to go now. I think it'll be really cool.
Right. Now the trick is, how do we stop this?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have a button. Buttons. Yeah. So I have 3 buttons. So, and I presume that doesn't work. So I have a cross. So I'm going to press the cross, and we're going to see what happens. So bye everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions and you're watching the replay, then do pop them in, and we will both get back to you. Okay, let's have a go. So cross ends the stream. So your stream will stop immediately, and you and your guest will no longer be live. So bye everyone.